a lot more to do and a lot more to say to our audience of Startup Brand. He is Mr. Hadi, and he is the CEO of Hadi Consultancy and specialist in professional and personal grooming. Let's welcome him. Welcome, please.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim sir, for your invitation, and thank you very much to Startup Grind for calling me over here.
Sir, as you know, nowadays uh, the situation in our world is very troubling, and we wish you all very very much prayers for in this critical situation of the virus, and everyone is fighting with that. So, sir, what would you like to say about today's things happening around the world?
Yeah, it's really a very sad situation. The attack of coronavirus, whatever the scene behind that. But we need to be very careful, and we need to follow the guidelines which has been given by the health ministry and the health professionals. We must follow those guidelines. Don't take it light. It's really a very crucial virus that infecting people so rapidly. Avoid social interaction and whatever the guideline the experts have been saying. And we also wish you very best of health and wish you a lots of prayer that God may save you from this big disease.
Hope so, and be careful, please. And the caution and the precautions are very important at this time. And spread the awareness, especially in those areas where a lot of numbering are coming, that the patients are coming day by day and they are growing very fast. Now, please, we would like to come on the topic of the day. Sir, how would you like to introduce yourself to our audience?
Well, my name is Mohammad Usman Hadi, and I'm a founder and CEO of Hadi Consultancy Firm and Hadi Foundation. I have done MPhil in Business Administration. I have around 5 year experience in abroad in Gulf UAE, and I also served in different positions at different positions. As I have worked in Gotham as a head of institute. Nowadays, I'm working with the health department of the government of Pakistan. And besides that, I am truly passionate about making difference and creating difference in the life of the general public and the life of the youth.
As you told us that you are perfecting the training and consultancy things, so how can you elaborate those things and how that is profitable and fruitful for the startups of the world?
Well, from very start, when the human got into existence in this world, they always look into grooming. We have started when we have no clothes, and now we have billions of industry just for cloth. So change is only the permanent reality in this world. So when you come to this consultancy business, I think that there are very few people who came into this business. Instead of consultancy business, I would like to give a big name to it. It's basically a business of knowledge industry. You know that we study and we just get focused on the syllabus book, and we don't put focus on the knowledge. The things are same. The things are around us. But those who could really focus to get more and more knowledge, they become the part of the knowledge and consultancy industry. And what about profits? I think that when you are in the knowledge industry, it doesn't matter. I just like to mention one person. He's working as a data entry operator, but good uh, uh, he has grip on the research area, and he's earning 10 times more than from this knowledge which from his job. So profit doesn't matter for this industry. It's huge. You cannot think about it.
That's great. So, as you know, whenever you started from a small city, especially you belong to Akhara, and
Yes.
that's a great honor for Akhara and all the persons who have to know that the person from Akhara is on Startup Brand platform. What kind of difficulties you faced when you started your all these things, and now, mashallah, you're doing a great job. and you inspiring a lot of persons, and you creating a big impact in your society. So what kind of difficulties you face, and how can you say that how the persons who are looking at you right now, and how they can become hadi.
Well, this is really a very interesting question. Well, I would like to share a little bit about background. When I was completed my master degree, master in commerce with a specialization of finance from the University of Lahore, I was the gold medalist from the university, and at very first I got an international opportunity of Lahore. I was the gold medalist from the university, and at very first I got an international opportunity to work in Dubai. It's a used vehicle business. They are operating from Japan to all over the world, and they are selling used vehicle to all over the world. So I've been hired by them as an assistant accountant. So while working over there, day by day I start I got promotions, and when I was at a position when I was earning, my earning was so good, and I have lots of facilities over there. My career is, getting its peak, and I have to hire few people for my organization. So I discussed with my boss, and he said that you give an walk-in interview. I just give an advertisement for the walk-in interview, and it was become a big disaster for us. The building is full of people, and even the management of the building issue us a letter. And when I started, I talked to my manager, and I asked him that I want to keep the CVs of these all people, and then I will interview them one by one. And I realized over there that most of the candidates who are coming from Pakistan, uh, they are not good. They are not good in communication skills. They are not good in interview skills. They are not good in how to manage their personality, how to manage, how to listen, and they are lacking in even some basic moral ethics. So that gives me an intention that no doubt I'm earning very good over there, but what I'm doing for my country. So at that moment, it was 2013, and at that moment, I have took decision that I should go back to my country and I should work in this area. At that time, Professor Tanvir Saab was also came over there. We gets a lot of meeting over there, and things when I get into the things, when I ask to my company that I want to resign from my job, they are not willing to leave me. Although my performance was not that good, I'm not claiming that. But when you work with honesty and with hard work, people don't want to leave you. So it took me 1 year, and my boss showed me the true picture of Pakistan. There are no jobs over there. Commerce industry is declining over here, and my I want to come into the education industry, and my specialization in commerce industry and business industry. So the education, with this respect, is have a lot of decline in this time period. So he show me the true picture. What will be your future in Pakistan? You will be having no earning, but I was stick that I have to go to back. I have to go back. And on the same hand, I was thinking also that this I am earning over here, and I again have to start from zero. And at that moment, I have realized first time in my life that the biggest fear of the human is not the failure. The biggest fear of the human is to leave what you are already getting and again start from the zero. And it took me 1 year to take that decision, and finally I took that decision, came back to my country, and when I have started applying in the colleges that I want to work on in an education sector from the baseline, from where I can educate to the people and I can educate to the student in a better way. So when they come into the market, they must have some practical knowledge, practical things. But when I started applying from every single college, even I asked one of the college that I want to teach free of cost, and he said no, we don't have the opportunity. So, but I was sticking to that. That I have the opportunities in other fields as well, but I stick to myself that I just work in the education industry, and I will work in the same field, and I'm not ready to compromise on my vision. It took me 1 year. I have started my own academy. That was also a biggest failure for me. Nobody willing to come into the academy because the commerce in the education was not considered a good education at that moment. 1 year, I cannot explain that what I have bear. I just have only my monthly earning from 100,000 to 2,000 to 3,000. It was very hardly for me just to manage my day-to-day expenses, or my petrol and my phone call expenses was even not I was able to bear. But the one thing I realized from this whole time period that if you committed to your vision, the finally you will get it. You don't have to give up. You just stick to what you are doing. And then the time came, the one of the leading institution of Pakistan. Uh, they called me and they interviewed me and they have hired me as an head of institute. So that was the moment I was feel so blessed that now this is the time to prove my skills and prove my knowledge, my abilities. And I worked with that institution 3 to 4 years, and I have during this time period minimum 100 plus student we you know uh, give them employment out of country in abroad, not in Pakistan. There are list of hundred students who get a job in Pakistan after completing their courses from that institution. But the passion, the commitment, the guideline, the grooming we give to the students. They are more than welcome for from the other nationality in that field for Pakistani students. So and then I start working on some other areas. I start my own consultancy firm, and now work is going on.
Amazing, amazing story, and I can understand that uh, when you have to start and you leave the job and then you have to start your own company. So that is the biggest and a final decision that he will do, and he after all have done it. So, so what kind of message you would like to say that can give the new startups a power? And as you did yourself, that you just keep going, you don't give up.
Yes.
And your message is so much great that don't give up, please keep doing, and one day you will be excited and the world will know you, obviously. So what message you would like to give?
Well, I would like to share basically two messages. The one is that never give up. Don't compromise on your vision. Compromise on your strategy. You when you get your vision and you started working on it, if one idea failed, work on another idea. If that failed, work on another idea. If that failed, work on another idea. There is no option to compromise on your vision. So this is the most biggest mistake that startups do. They started with full of energy, passion, commitment, but once they failed, they thought that their vision is failed. Actually, your vision is not failed. Your strategy might be wrong. So keep compromising your strategy until or unless you get your desired vision. So don't compromise on your vision. And the second thing is, don't go for profitable ventures. Go for what you want to do from your heart. Because if you have the will to do, and you have the skill to do, and you have the determination to keep doing it without considering that how much failure you have, and you have belief in yourself, finally the day will come that you will get there whatever you want.
Amazing.
Thank you very much.